Have you ever met a man who doesn't chase women, yet somehow they chase him? He's not the loudest in the room. He's not the most handsome. But something about him, his stillness, his silence, his energy, makes people curious. He doesn't seek attention. And yet attention seems to find him. That, my friend, is not coincidence. It's psychology. And not just any psychology, dark psychology. In this video, we're diving deep into Machiavelli's dirtiest method for seducing any woman. A strategy so subtle, so manipulative, and yet so effective, it can make anyone feel an emotional pull toward you, even if they didn't care at first. But before you try to use it, you need to understand why it works and how. Stoicism can transform it from manipulation into mastery, because a true Stoic man doesn't play games. He doesn't chase. He attracts. He doesn't manipulate. He commands presence. Stay with me till the end, because once you understand this, you'll never chase validation again. You'll understand the deep art of power, attraction, and control without losing your peace. Scene shifts. Narrator tone steady, philosophical. Let's start with the man behind the method. Niccolo Machiavelli, 16th century philosopher, diplomat, and writer of The Prince. He wasn't a lover. He wasn't romantic. He was a strategist obsessed with one thing: power. He watched kings, generals, and popes. He studied what made them rise and what made them fall. And through this brutal study of human nature, he realized something dark but true. People aren't moved by kindness or honesty. They're moved by control and emotion. So what does this have to do with seduction? Everything. Because attraction is power, seduction is control. And at its root, every emotional connection follows the same psychological pattern that Machiavelli mastered: scarcity, uncertainty, and emotional tension. Soft music fades out, voice sharpens. Here's what Machiavelli discovered. When you make someone feel safe all the time, they lose interest. But when you make them feel a mix of security and uncertainty, their emotions heighten. They start thinking about you more. They start wondering, what's he thinking? Why didn't he text? Is he losing interest? That wondering, that gap of uncertainty, is where attraction lives. He called it the principle of controlled unpredictability, and that's Machiavelli's dirtiest method. Soft music fades out, voice sharpens. Here's what Machiavelli discovered. When you make someone feel safe all the time, they lose interest. But when you make them feel a mix of security and uncertainty, their emotions heighten. They start thinking about you more. They start wondering, what's he thinking? Why didn't he text? Is he losing interest? That wondering, that gap of uncertainty, is where attraction lives. He called it the principle of controlled unpredictability, and that's Machiavelli's dirtiest method. Cut to storytelling mode. Imagine this scenario. There are two men. The first man is eager. He texts her constantly. He replies in seconds. He tells her everything. His plans, his feelings, his intentions. At first, she likes it, but soon she stops feeling that spark. He's predictable. There's no mystery, no tension. He's too available. Now the second man, he's different. He's calm, present. He doesn't chase. When he talks, his tone is grounded. He listens more than he speaks. He's not in a hurry to impress anyone. When he texts, it's thoughtful. When he disappears, it's not out of anger. It's because he's living his life. She starts to wonder, where is he? Why isn't he like other men? Her mind starts looping, thinking, analyzing, imagining. That mental space where curiosity meets emotion is where Machiavellian attraction is born. Voice steady, slightly darker. Machiavelli understood the core truth of human nature. We desire what we can't fully have. Certainty kills excitement. Uncertainty builds obsession. That's why people chase emotionally unavailable partners. Why they value attention from those who give it rarely. Why the mind equates scarcity with value. It's the same principle used in marketing, politics, and relationships. If something is rare, the brain assumes it's valuable. If something is always available, it becomes invisible. That's the dark psychology of seduction. Pause. Tone softens, reflective. But here's the question. Is that really power? Or just manipulation? Machiavelli used it to control others, to make people emotionally dependent on him, to make them crave his attention, fear his absence, and obey his will. But the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they taught something deeper. They said true power doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from mastering yourself. So while Machiavelli used detachment to manipulate, The Stoic uses detachment to protect peace. That's the difference between dark control and disciplined control. Music builds slightly. Narrator firm but calm. Let's break down Machiavelli's method and how Stoicism refines it. Step 1. The law of scarcity. Machiavelli believed that people only value what they fear losing, so he would intentionally withdraw, limit his availability, delay his responses, control his presence. This made others chase him emotionally. The Stoic twist? Don't withdraw to punish or manipulate. Withdraw to reset your energy. Because when you're always available, you drain your power. When you create space, you restore control. A Stoic man knows not everyone deserves access to his energy. Step 2. The power of mystery. Machiavelli kept his thoughts hidden. He revealed only what was necessary. People projected their desires, fears, and fantasies onto him. The Stoic does the same, but with purpose. He speaks with intent. He listens more than he reveals. He doesn't rush to be understood. He allows silence to carry meaning. Mystery isn't manipulation, it's maturity. It's restraint. Because when you stop oversharing, you force people to earn your depth. Step 3. Controlled emotion. Machiavelli would often act calm while others panicked. He appeared composed even when chaos surrounded him. That illusion of control made others trust and fear him. The Stoic doesn't fake calmness, he is calm. He trains himself daily to respond, not react. He observes his thoughts like a warrior watches his enemies. That emotional control radiates power. A woman feels it instantly. She senses that no matter what happens, this man won't break. That's attraction at the deepest level, not physical but psychological. Step 4. Selective attention. Machiavelli knew that attention is currency. The more you give it, the less it's worth. So he'd give it strategically, at just the right time to pull people back in. The Stoic uses attention consciously. He doesn't withhold it to manipulate. He simply gives it when it's earned. He values his time, his focus, his energy, and because of that, others value it too. Step 5. Detachment from outcome. Machiavelli's detachment was cold. He didn't care who got hurt as long as he won. But Stoic detachment is discipline. It's not cold, it's composed. It's loving without clinging, caring without begging, giving without expecting. It's understanding that you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. And when you truly accept that, you become unshakable. Outro, Tony relaxed, confident. If this video spoke to you, if you felt that shift in your mindset, hit that like button, share this message with someone who needs it, and subscribe to my Stoic journey for more deep insights on Stoicism, dark psychology, and self-mastery. Remember, Machiavelli used psychology to control others. The Stoic uses it to control himself, and the man who controls himself controls everything. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, stay grounded, stay powerful, and walk your Stoic path.
Have you ever sent a text to a woman, waited hours, maybe even days, only to get a dry K, or worse, no reply at all? If that's ever happened to you, type yes in the comments. But if you've always had women eagerly waiting for your texts, type no, because I'd love to know your secret. Let's be real, texting shouldn't feel like a battle, yet for many men, it does. They send a message, check their phone every 5 minutes, feel their stomach drop when there's no response, and start overanalyzing every single word they typed. The worst part? The more you try, the more she seems to pull away. And that, my friend, is the problem. You see, most men text in a way that kills attraction without even realizing it. They either come off as too eager, too predictable, or too easy to ignore. But what if I told you that with just 3 small tweaks, you could flip the script? Instead of chasing her attention, you become the guy she can't stop thinking about, the guy whose messages she actually looks forward to. Today, we're breaking down 3 texting secrets women can't resist. These aren't pickup lines. They aren't tricks. They're psychological principles that work because they tap into what truly grabs a woman's attention. So if you're tired of being ignored and ready to make women excited to hear from you, stick around. This is going to change the way you text. Forever. Number 1. Texts that arouse her curiosity. Imagine this. You text a woman and instead of the usual dry response or no reply at all, she immediately texts back asking questions, eager to keep the conversation going. Sounds like a dream? It's not. It's science. Curiosity is one of the most powerful psychological triggers. When something piques your interest, your brain enters a curiosity state, a state where your mind craves information. This is why cliffhangers in movies work so well, why people can't resist opening a mystery box, and why some texts get an instant response while others get ignored. If you can spark curiosity in a woman's mind, she has to know more, and that's exactly what makes her respond. Most men, however, text in ways that completely kill curiosity. They send messages like, "I hope you're having a good day. How was your weekend? Hey, what's up?" Boring, predictable, easy to ignore. These messages give her no reason to reply because they don't create a gap in her knowledge. They don't make her feel like she's missing out on something important. Now, let's flip the script. Instead of giving her all the information up front, you hold back just enough to trigger her curiosity. Here's how it works. "I just realized something interesting about you. You won't believe what just happened to me today. You did something unexpected in my dream last night." These messages work because they leave her hanging. She has no choice but to ask, "What is it?" And that's when you extend the conversation. But here's the key. When she asks for details, don't reveal everything at once. Keep her engaged by slowly unraveling the story. For example, if you text, "You won't believe what just happened to me today," and she asks, "What happened?" Don't answer immediately. Instead say, "It's actually kind of funny, but I have to ask. Have you ever had a moment where something reminded you of someone in the weirdest way?" This keeps her engaged and makes the conversation flow naturally. Men who master this technique never struggle to keep a conversation going. Women are naturally curious, and when you feed that curiosity the right way, they won't just respond. They'll start investing in the conversation. And when a woman invests, she becomes emotionally engaged. Now that you know how to trigger curiosity, let's talk about the next secret, how to make her anticipate your texts. Number 2, texts that create anticipation. If curiosity gets her attention, anticipation keeps her thinking about you even when you're not texting. When a woman anticipates something exciting, her brain releases dopamine, the same chemical responsible for pleasure and excitement. This is why people eagerly count down to vacations, birthday surprises, or even a simple weekend getaway. The more she anticipates, the more invested she becomes. Most men fail at this because they give everything away too soon. They make their conversations predictable, removing any sense of excitement. If she always knows what's coming, there's nothing to look forward to. Look at these common mistakes. "I got you something today." "I planned a fun date for us." "I have something to tell you." These messages aren't necessarily bad, but they're missing one crucial element: mystery. Instead of just informing her, you want to make her wonder, speculate, and feel a little restless until she finds out. Let's rewrite them in a way that builds anticipation. "I saw something today that instantly reminded me of you. Want to take a wild guess what it is? I have a plan for Friday that I think you're going to love. But first I need to know, do you like surprises? If I told you I figured out something really interesting about you, would you want to know what it is?" These messages do two things. First, they make her mind race with possibilities. Second, they force her to respond because she needs closure. She can't just let the mystery hang in the air. And here's the key. When she asks for more details, don't give it up right away. Tease it a little. If she asks, "What is it?" respond with, "I could tell you now, but where's the fun in that? Take a guess first." This keeps her engaged, makes the interaction playful, and puts you in control of the conversation. Women love anticipation because it makes ordinary conversations feel like an unfolding story. When you become the guy who makes her excited just by texting, she won't just respond. She'll start checking her phone, hoping to see your name pop up. Now that you know how to spark anticipation, let's talk about the final secret: how to give compliments that actually work. Number 3, offering genuine compliments. Most men think that giving a woman compliments will make her like them. But here's the truth. If you compliment her the wrong way, it can have the opposite effect. Women hear generic compliments all the time, especially about their looks. If you tell a beautiful woman, "You're so gorgeous," she won't be impressed. She's heard it from dozens of other men, and it doesn't make you stand out. The problem isn't compliments themselves. It's the way men give them. The key is to make your compliments feel genuine, unique, and specific, something that shows you actually notice her beyond just her appearance. Look at these common mistakes. You have such beautiful eyes. You're so hot. You're the most stunning girl I've ever seen. These don't work because they sound rehearsed and lazy. They don't make her feel special because every guy says them. Now, let's flip the script and give compliments that actually make an impact. I love the way you see the world. Most people don't think the way you do. The way you handle challenges is really impressive. Not many people have that kind of mindset. I can tell you have a unique way of making people feel comfortable around you. That's rare. These compliments hit differently because they acknowledge who she is as a person, not just how she looks. And here's the trick. When you compliment something deeper than her appearance, she starts to feel a stronger emotional connection. She'll think, this guy actually sees me for more than just my looks. Another key element is timing. Don't throw out compliments randomly. Use them when they feel natural in the conversation. If she's telling you about her goals, that's the perfect moment to say, I respect how driven you are. Most people talk about their dreams, but you actually go after them. This makes her feel seen, valued, and appreciated. A well-placed compliment isn't just about making her feel good, it's about making her associate positive emotions with you. When a woman feels genuinely appreciated, she's far more likely to respond, engage, and invest in the conversation. Now that we've covered curiosity, anticipation, and genuine compliments, let's wrap this up with a final thought on how to put everything together. By now, you understand that texting isn't just about words, it's about creating emotions. When you text a woman, you're either sparking her curiosity, building anticipation, or making her feel valued. If you do none of these, you're just another guy in her inbox, easy to ignore, easy to forget. Let's quickly recap the 3 texting secrets that women can't resist. Curiosity. Make her wonder, make her ask questions, and keep her engaged by leaving gaps in the story. Instead of telling her everything up front, create an open loop that forces her to respond. Anticipation. Give her something to look forward to. Instead of giving away all the details immediately, let her imagine and guess, making the conversation more exciting. Genuine compliments. Forget about generic compliments on her looks. Women value being seen for who they truly are. Compliment her intelligence, her perspective, or her unique energy. It makes a lasting impression. Most guys get stuck in dry, predictable conversations that don't make a woman feel anything. But you won't be like most guys. From now on, every text you send will either make her curious, excited, or appreciated. That's how you make texting effortless and fun. If you apply these principles, you'll notice a shift. Women will engage more, respond faster, and be genuinely interested in talking to you. The best part? You won't feel like you're chasing attention, because now the dynamic has changed. Master these techniques and you'll never have to worry about getting ignored again.